everything you guys went through collectively, all this adversity, how would you say well-positioned you are or aren't to be ready for this time of year? How would you say that this year prepared you for this time?
We're ready for anything. You leave the past in the past, all the wins, all the losses, all the mishaps, all the great fortunes. It's a different time of the year right now. You're supposed to be playing your best basketball, be healthy, and first one to 16 wins. So we gotta start with the first four.
You, I think by Saturday, I think it's going to be 10 days between games for you. How much did you need that time, and how much fresher do you feel after a week? I'm sure you've been working, but without games, what's that do for the mind and body?
I'm good. I'm ready to go. I'm in shape. I feel like James, my trainer, does a great job of making sure my body's intact. I'm lifting the right way, moving the right way. Stanley Remy, who I do some stuff with on the court, studying film. Quinny here, Coach O. Like I'm ready to go. I'm locked in along with all my other guys. But I think they expect me to go out there and be a decent player.
Thanks, Jim.
Next, we'll go to Jason Jackson.
Jimmy, it's unique to have this time off, as Tim alluded to, particularly this week to get ready. How impactful has it been as a team?
Very, very, very. I think everybody's just gaining more and more confidence, knowing what we're going to be doing from play to play, quarter to quarter, possession to possession, and how together we are right now more than ever. And I think that's what it's going to take to make sure that we win. Everybody's in here working here early, studying every part of the game, ourselves and the Bucks, putting the work in, man. A week of that, I think we'll be ready to go.
You so enjoy the competition, maybe even up to the confrontation that could occur in competition, which that sometimes breeds with familiarity. So going against the Bucks again, what are your expectations about the intensity of it?
Yeah, it's going to be intense. I mean, it's playoff basketball. Don't nobody want to lose at that. We feed off of it just like they probably feed off of it. I understand what's at stake. They want to beat us. We want to beat them. Nobody want to lose. But we got a job to do. I'm sure they're saying the same thing, but that's okay. Dog fight. Let's see what each team is made out of.
All right, next we go to Malika Andrews.
Hey, Jimmy. At the end of the bubble last year, when we were all in that little room off to the side after the Lakers series, you took a selfie with Goran and Spo, and you guys said, all right, we're going to learn from this. I'm going to take this picture, memorialize it, but then I'm going to learn from it. I hope you frame that photo, and kind of what have you been processing since then? What have you learned from that you're taking with you this year, even though it's a new season?
Myself, just how much better I have to be from night to night, game to game, and how much better I have to make sure that the guys around me are. I think that's my job as one of the leaders here on this team, and my job for the organization. It's definitely fun. Yeah, we don't got the same group of guys, but we still got guys that care about one another, about winning. And I think that I got to make sure that we hold on to that from day one in the playoffs all the way up to day whatever, whenever we are hopefully holding that trophy.
And then secondly, if you were to be, put yourself on the outside looking in, maybe you guys have played against the Bucks this year, but you haven't played against the Bucks this year. Is there anything, does that mean anything? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it, what is there to make of that? Is it an advantage? Is it not?
I don't look too much into it. I don't know what the outside say. I don't know what anybody would say. Just a mishap that I wasn't able to play. But I guarantee that they still got a scout for me, whether I played or not.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Next, we'll go to Ira Winderman.
Jimmy, it was just about a month ago after the win in San Antonio when you told us about the playoffs. All we got to do is get there. We get there. Us as a team. I'll handle the rest. That's sort of how you're looking at it now, that they did their part and now you're ready to lead for the next season, so to speak?
Yeah, but I didn't say I said we'll handle the rest. It was a misinterpretation of my quote. But you can say I if you want to. But I really can't do it by myself. I got a squad. I got a team with me. And these are guys that I'm rocking with. I have been all year long. I'm going to make sure that they're comfortable. I'm going to make sure that I'm comfortable. And I got nothing to worry about. We're in this thing together. Like I say all the time, I like our chances anyway.
And who have you seen specific growth from? A lot of people say when you go through a series like that, you learn so much so fast. So when you look at the guys who were with you last season on the road to the finals and back this year, where have you seen maybe specifically the growth in a player or two?
Everybody's grown. I'm not gonna say that everybody's the exact same. You look at everybody's role has changed from K-Nun, starting again now, and Tyler playing a role that he's playing after having a very exciting playoffs last year, and Duncan's a hell of a player. Bam, all the way down the line. Like everybody's grown into a much different role, and they affect winning in a different way as they did last year. So I'm not gonna pinpoint one somebody. I think we've all, as a unit, as individuals, have grown.
All right, next we'll go to Will Manso.
Jimmy, I know you referenced earlier you don't really pay much to the outside attention, but there's this term used often, especially postseason, obviously what we did in the finals of playoff Jimmy, and the media and the fans use that term. What does that mean to you? Is there another Jimmy or another level, another you that you reach when it comes to this time of the year and these big moments?
I don't know. I think I'm stupidly locked in. I can tell you that. The amount of film that I watch, the amount of time that I spend on the court working on my game, trying to figure out where everybody's going to be at on the floor. It's a different type of year for everybody, but I'm not the only one that's like that. Everybody is. But I think they expect me to really be dialed in, locked in, be a completely different individual player on both sides of the ball in every aspect of the game, and I like it. It's kind of like you don't hold anything back. You leave it all out there. That's time of year for it.
Next we'll go to Joe with Heat.com.
Hey, Jimmy, you obviously played with Bobby Portis back in Chicago. How have you seen him grow over the years, and what do you think he brings to Milwaukee?
I mean, I told Bobby, his rookie year, how good of a player he was going to be in this league. He just had to find the right system, the right organization that believed in him the way that I believed in him and the way that he believed in himself. And I think he's found that. The role that he played for them is key. And I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him. I know where he comes from, and I wish him continued success. Just not in this fucking series.
Next we go to Cooper Moorhead.
I mean, Drew Holiday spoke pretty highly of you the other day as far as respect as a competitor. I don't think you got a lot of minutes against him when Bulls and Sixers facing the playoffs your rookie year, but what makes him so tough, and what are you looking forward to as far as the battle you're about to have with him?
I love competition. I'm a fan of his game, the way that he always floats under the radar, but he's an all-star year in and year out. Does everything so well when you talk about shooting the ball, finishing at the cup, right hand, left hand, however you want it. He got that. And then he definitely takes the challenge on the other end. I look forward to it, though. I think at this time you can't run from anything. You got to want that matchup. You got to want the fierce competitors. I respect him for it. A lot of guys on the roster, I do. But we got some guys over here, too, that's not backing down.
And we'll go back to Malika Andrews.
Just one more for me, Jimmy. Last year, you tasked yourself with making sure, even in the toughest of circumstances, that you brought levity and joy to this team between the coffee and, Goran Zoran. And how has that manifested this season when it's been another tough one for you guys?
Same way. It's not all bad. It's not all good either. But we're gonna smile through this thing because we're fortunate. We're blessed enough to be able to play basketball every single day, most of the days, I should say. And it's not going to be all good moving forward, but good, bad, and different. We're in this team together, and we're going to have each other's backs. Ain't nobody going to talk down on none of my teammates. We're not going to allow that. Ain't nobody going to push one of my teammates down. We're not going to allow that either. But we're going to be in this thing together, and I think that's the best part of our squad.
Thank you.
Next we'll go to Tim Reynolds.
Jimmy, since Malika brought it up, I have to ask, you're only going to be there for 3 nights, but is the coffee apparatus traveling?
Damn right it is.
Have prices changed, or does it, inflation, whatever, is it still $20?
I might jack it up just because I'm in Milwaukee. Big Face is hitting the road. Might make a commercial now that I think about it. But be on the lookout. Goran, you will be paying. So I hope you see this damn interview.